She led worship in the morning and lied by night. Rebecca Adams was the kind of girl church mothers whispered about with pride. She had the voice of an angel, the posture of obedience, and the reputation of someone destined for heaven. At 16, she was already leading worship. At 17, she was handling morning devotions. And at 18, people said she was flawless. But even flawless cracks. Every day she lived under the weight of perfection. The pastor's daughter wasn't allowed to slip, stumble, or even doubt. But deep inside her chest, something tugged, not evil, just curiosity, dangerous, silent curiosity. The outside world didn't look like sin, it looked like freedom. Then Jessica walked in, not into church, into her school cafeteria. She smelled like money, walked like she owned time, wore outfits Rebecca had only seen on magazine covers. Her phones were always the latest. Her nails were always sharp. Her voice, always laced with sarcasm and perfume. "You're always so quiet, church girl," Jessica said one day, sliding into the seat beside her. Rebecca offered a small, polite smile. "I just don't talk much." Jessica tilted her head, eyes gleaming with mischief. "But you listen." There was a pause. Then came the sentence that split something inside her. "I know you wonder what it's like." Rebecca didn't answer. She didn't need to. Jessica leaned closer, voice low. No rules, no expectations, no one watching your every move. Rebecca tried to dismiss it. But that evening, when her father reminded her to come straight home after choir practice, her heart hesitated. Instead, she turned left instead of right and walked into Jessica's world. Jessica's house was velvet and chaos. No Bible verses on the walls, no curfews, no silence. Music pulsed through the air like heat. Girls filmed TikToks on expensive couches. The air smelled like perfume and secrets. Jessica held out a short skin-tight dress. "Try it on." Rebecca hesitated. Her hand brushed the fabric. It felt forbidden. "No one will know," Jessica whispered. And so, she slipped it on. In the mirror stood a stranger, bold, free, beautiful in a way the church would never admit. Something inside Rebecca unlocked, and it wasn't going back in. The first night she sneaked out was too easy. Parents at a church vigil, siblings asleep. Her phone buzzed. "Jessica, are you ready?" She changed clothes in silence, applied makeup with shaky fingers, copying what she'd seen Jessica do. Then she stepped out, heart hammering. A taxi waited. The club smelled like sweat and electricity. Lights blinked like temptations. Girls moved like they didn't owe the world anything. Men stared like they were hunting. Jessica leaned in and whispered, "Welcome to the real world, church girl." She didn't just walk into that club. She walked out of her old life. The next day, she lied again. Told her father she was going for Bible study at Grace's house. He beamed. "That's my girl." Her chest tightened, but then a car horn pulled her back. This time, it wasn't just a club. It was a rooftop party. Velvet cushions, champagne flutes, girls draped in designer dresses, and men with watches that cost more than her future. And that's where she met David. David was dangerous from the start. Older, polished, rich, with a voice that dripped power and promises. "You're new," he said, scanning her slowly. Rebecca nodded. "Don't be nervous, church girl. You're in good hands." He knew. Jessica wrapped her arm around her. "She's special. Be nice." David smirked. "Oh, I will." That night, she made a deal without realizing it. David sent her gifts, shoes, perfume, a brand new phone. "You deserve nice things," he said. For the first time in her life, she felt seen, wanted, desired. But every gift had strings. And one night, he tugged. He picked her up in a black Mercedes. The seat smelled of leather and something darker. He looked at her and said, "You're beautiful," brushing her cheek. Then he leaned in, and she realized this was the price. Her breath caught. She had liked the thrill, the attention. But now, he wanted what he thought he owned. His fingers hovered at her jaw. In that moment, she chose, and it was the wrong choice.